if you had to cite any musical influences to what you're doing as Empire of the Ends, would there be something in particular?
I'd say it was a collective, really, because I couldn't necessarily pinpoint one particular
well, I
artist.
can't. I'll be honest with you. When I listen to the songs, I can't actually say, "Oh, this is like that," or "This is like this." Yeah. Maybe it's because Jody and I go back a long way, and we've grown up listening to the same bands and being into the same stuff.
Yeah. Definitely.
I can notice maybe some nuances or some subtle
I think
things, but you can't never really say, "Oh, that's that and that's that."
Okay, that's cool.
I think it would. I mean, I'd love to meet an artist who can say that he doesn't reflect what he's listening to and what inspires them. I think that's the beautiful thing about music. You know, you know, this idea that we can conjure from the ether an idea, and then somebody comes in with a different idea, and suddenly it grows bigger and it's more interesting because we've allowed for that space, you know, for that guitar riff, for that keyboard chord. You know, these kind of things, they make it more compelling, and I get personally I'm pleasantly surprised, especially when a song has evolved from a wisp of an idea into something far stronger. But then Tin, you know, does send me pretty semi-finished ideas as compositions, which makes it a hell of a lot easier as far as a singer's concerned. You know. But otherwise, yes, all those old post-punk bands, you know, with
I mean, if there's
new wave, electronica.
From my angle, from where I'm sitting and I'm listening as a music fan, I mean, obviously the first inclination I would put to the music would probably be, yes, it's coming from a post-punk, maybe / I wouldn't say gothic because it's not that. I don't see. It's not gothic at all. Maybe some little bits and pieces that suggest it, but nothing too clear, nothing too obvious actually either in it. I think which is a good thing. I mean, even when you go through the songs themselves, I mean, you can't compare, like you mentioned While We Sleep earlier on, but then you have a song like Here Come the Sheep, which is two like different ends of the spectrum, I suppose.
And that would be Tin's Baby, and again, just a joy to see that blossom, as it were. So again, an opportunity for me to be able to say, well, you know, nobody sings it better than you. And the idea that Tin put behind it, I mean, I'll let him tell you about it. But from the other half point of view, it was just nice to see a song come together as your idea, and then a joy, obviously, to allow our team here to you know, conjure and put together the video based on Tin's ideas.
Actually, it was quite an interesting video. We had watched it as well. And,
Tin will tell you more.
Feel free.
Oh, well, thanks. Here comes. It's a bit. Well, it's a bit detrimental because it's related around people being drawn into the media spin. And just you know, being hypnotised by watching television, and you know, you get in England the BBC News or ITN News or whatever, and you know, people just go, oh, is that really what's happening? And you know, they take it all in because it's constant all the time, and they're constantly being sort of hypnotised by it and believing everything that's being said. And yet, if you look further into it, you realise that actually someone is feeding this information into these people who are feeding it to somebody else.
Manipulated.
And that's what it's all about. That's what the song is all about.
So it's actually even worse now with the internet, worse than just the TV feeding the people stuff. Because like with the internet now, everybody is a broadcaster, isn't he?
Well, that's
so
true.
I mean, anybody who sets up a website can just put any sort of junk on it,
Well,
and you're always going to get some people who just believe that.
I think it's up to people to do their own research, I think, on certain things. You know, you have to
get a wider scope.
Sort the wheat from the chaff.
Yeah,
because there is a lot of chaff. You know, there is. You know, but if I don't have a television because I don't subscribe to the whole
mass media
but
thing.
you do have a computer and the internet.
Yes,
basically
I do, but it's my control of what is on there.
You can be more selective.
And so I can select what I view and what I decide to believe. Whereas if I have a television, generally it'll be on. And then, it's constantly on and filling you full of...
It can suck you in, and that's...
So yeah, Here Come the Sheep is pretty much
that's quite a particular song, Yes,
but the character that is portraying the track is a character who's called Virus, and he has been created from a different song, and I chose him to portray this because he is to me he's like a puppet master.
It comes across quite clearly in the video.
Because he's a manipulator,
He's a charmer, isn't he?
He's a charmer, and he's saying to you, don't watch this, and you've got these things happening over here. Watch me, I'm more important.
Distraction.
Yes, exactly.